I want to talk about today one of the elements in personal healing, which is a part of the Four Cornerstones framework. I'm talking about identity. Who are you? No, who are you really? So my name is John Doe. Well, I know what your name is. I know what's on your driver's license. What I'm asking is more of a heart level question. Who are you really? Who do you believe yourself to be? What identification have you taken on by way of ownership? And how does that affect the way you live your life and relate to other people? When we're born into this world, we are born with a genetic imprint already on us that comes through our DNA, through our bloodline. This may sound crazy to you, but science has proven that even in the womb, while we're being carried by our mother, there are emotional imprints taking place. We hear things, we perceive things, we feel things, even in that state. Then we're born, we come into the world, and our environment dramatically shapes the way that we view others, the way we view things, and especially the way we view ourselves. There's an old proverb that says, "As a man thinketh, so is he." So it stands to reason it's very important that you get to the root of what do you believe about you. I will tell you there's nothing more important in the world than to fully grasp and understand what it is you believe about you. And if the results you're having in your life today are not really what you feel like they could be, I would challenge you that it's possible you are functioning on limiting beliefs. You're functioning on false identity. You're impersonating someone that you're not. Imagine. So here's the piece. There's all kinds of wonderful illustrations and stories, but there's a great story that comes from the Bible. It talks about a guy by the name of Jacob. The Bible talks about how when he was born, by the way, he had a twin brother, and they were born, of course, obviously at the same time. And as they were being born or birthed, the Bible talks about that Esau, his brother, came out first. And specifically, the Bible says that he was red. I suppose his skin was very red, and that he was very hairy as a child. In fact, the Bible said hairy all over, which is interesting to me, you know. But anyway, because of what the parents saw on Esau, they named him Esau. Just a moment later, they see, as Esau's finishing the breach and coming into the world, they see that the younger brother's hand is holding on to the heel or to the ankle of the older brother. Interesting. And the Bible says when the parents saw this, because of what they saw, they named him Jacob. The word Jacob means heel grabber. It means deceiver. It means dishonest. It means you're a thief and a liar and you trick people. And so imagine that in the moment of this child's coming into the world and beginning this new life, there was an identity imposed on him that would shape the way he viewed everything in life. Guess what? He lived like the person who he believed himself to be. As you watch his life unfold, you see that he behaved exactly like his parents named him. And we do that, not just when we're born, but as we come up through life as toddlers, as young people, things happen to us. People experience traumas and difficulties and loss, and maybe they have an absent father or they come from a divorced home. All of those little factors that we experience in life, yes, they're life, and yes, we have to grow up and get over it. But may I suggest to you, we don't get over it. They actually imprint an imposed identity. We begin to believe about ourselves what our circumstance has dictated. I want to challenge you today in this session that maybe you're not behaving like the person God knows you to be. Maybe your life doesn't look exactly like He prescribed it or has destined it to be. Maybe you're functioning under a false identity. I want to challenge you as we explore more and more this personal healing aspect to think about your life and look at the history that's there and maybe even ask God to help you to identify places where you took on shame, you took on guilt, you took on, I'm not good at that, I'm not smart, I'm not talented enough, I'm not gifted enough, I'm rejected, nobody likes me, nobody wants me. All of these things that we talk about create very strongly anchored limiting beliefs, and they add this pressure to this imposed identity. Don't let that be the case. You need to know who you are. More specifically, my prayer is that you discover who God says you are. We're going to explore this even further as we go along. Thank you. Well, I'm excited to share with you the opportunity of diving even deeper in your personal journey toward building the strategic life you were intended to live. We've been talking about the 4 cornerstones for strategic living around here for a very long time, and now you can access an online video course and the 4 cornerstones for strategic living book for yourself. If you were intrigued by this topic, if you felt as though you needed someone to come alongside of you and help you to walk out the process of personal healing, personal discovery, personal development, and personal deployment, I'm inviting you to visit our website at brianholmes.com/4CS, like 4 cornerstones, but 4CS. You'll find information there about how you can enroll in a course of study or in reading the book and take your life and your leadership to the next level. I invite you personally right now to go with me on this journey. Let's build a strategic, a powerful, and a meaningful life together.